Hello, beautiful. I'm Dr. Novak, and this is part 2 of beliefs. In the first video, you discovered what are beliefs, how they're affecting your healing, your life in general. And in this video, I will share with you how to change them on your own. How exciting is that? Now, before I share with you 4 ways of how you can do this on your own, let's take a quick look into the positives and negatives. First, the positives. There are 4 positives. Number 1 is that you can do this anytime, very early in the morning, very late at night, weekends, holidays, whenever it is, you get to decide. Number 2, you decide how much time you are willing to invest. So a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, weeks, months, years, you decide. Number 3, you don't have to pay anyone to help you, right? And number 4, if you like learning things on your own, you're going to have so much fun because you get to do the whole research on your own, how to do it and how to do it successfully. So this is exciting, right? Now, there are also some negatives to doing things on your own. And let's do right away the ugly one. And this is you might not be successful. And here is why. Not because you are not capable, because you are absolutely capable, but because when you work with the coach, therapist, practitioner, whatever their title is, a great one will prepare you properly for the process by also asking you some very specific questions to make sure that you are prepared subconsciously for the change. Because if you are not, and if this is not taken care of, then you will sabotage yourself either during the process or down the road. That's one thing. And the other thing is that if there are any bumps in the road during the process, a great practitioner will know how to navigate through this to bring you to the successful end. I had to learn so many scenarios. If this happens, do this. During all of my certification courses, when I studied to become coach of NLP and timeline therapy, and also now that I'm studying to become certified clinical hypnotherapist. So that I know how to successfully navigate to bring clients to the successful end. So that's one thing, one negative. The other negative is that a belief that you are trying to work on might not be the best one to work on. Because, there are many beliefs and they're all connected with each other. And I like to explain this as a house of cards. Now, you are positioning them together and trying not to bump them. And then you have this beautiful house of cards. Now, what happens when you pull out the right one? Every card will fall, right? But what happens if you just take the top one and you take down? The rest stays in touch. Nothing happens. So it's the same with the beliefs. If you pull out the right one, if you change the right one, many beliefs will change with that one as well. But if you take just the top one, the rest will stay intact. And there is one other negative thing when you're doing things on your own, and this is it can take time, sometimes a long time. And because of that, you might get discouraged, or even worse, because of that, you might install a new belief that you are not able or capable of doing things on your own, changing things on your own. So this is not the best thing to have in your subconscious mind, right? So now that you are aware of all the positives and negatives of doing things on your own, let's take a look into 4 ways of how to change your limiting beliefs. The first one is act as if. What do I mean by that? So let's take a look into a very general belief. I'm not successful in XYZ. I'm not successful in my healing, right? In my healing attempts or whatever it is. But you want to believe that you are successful. So if you were successful, how would that look like? What would you be thinking about? How would you be reacting to different kind of things? So you actually go to the end result and you act out of that perspective. You actually act as if this is already truth. So that's how you reprogram yourself that this already is the truth, because you're already thinking and acting and behaving differently. Yes? Number one are affirmations. So affirmations are positive statements that you want them to be true. And this work on a basis of repetition. And so you are repeating them over and over and over again until you don't find any other objections and they sink into your subconscious mind. So a general affirmation would be, I am successful. I am successful in my recovery. I am healing so well. I am completely healed. Yes? This is number two. Number three are affirmations or empowering questions. And a very simple explanation what an affirmation is, that these are affirmations stated as questions. So if we have, I am successful in my recovery, in my healing, an affirmation would be, why am I so successful? Or why can I be successful in my healing? Yes? And why I love affirmations is because these work very well for many people, because it's so much easier for the mind to reject a positive statement than it is to reject a question. So if you say, I'm completely healed, and you are not, your mind is gonna reject that really fast. But if you ask yourself, why can I be successful? Or why can I be completely healed? Your mind is not going to reject it so easily. Yes? One of the things you can actually, when you write all of this down, you can record them and listen to them. So you put this a bit more on autopilot. And the other option is also, if you don't want to do the whole work, you can get my Perfectly Healed audio, which consists of 345 affirmations and positive and empowering questions. So affirmations, and you listen to that, and they are also recorded in a very specific way for the best results. So this was number three. And number four is challenge the belief. And what do I mean by that? So you have a belief, a negative belief, a limiting belief, and you ask yourself, is this true? Or why this might not be true? And what this question helps you is that you start gathering evidence to create that shift, the evidence that this might not be true. So you are challenging the limiting belief. Yes? So these are four simple ways of how you can actually do this on your own, changing limiting beliefs to empowering beliefs. So to quickly recap, in video one, in part one, you discovered what are beliefs, how they're affecting your healing, your life. And in this part, you found out 4 ways of how you can do this on your own, and also got some insight into, unfortunately, negatives, but also positive ways or things when you're doing things on your own. So that's it. And if you would like to know more about my mindful injury recovery method, I invite you to visit my website, novak.com. And as always, subscribe and share this video with your loved ones. Sending you so much love.